Good morning from Sacred Space at Titania's Realm. It's the 26th of September 2024 and it's a very hot, humid morning and the time is 10:25 a.m. So my cleaning lady Rati's here and just been regaling her with funny little stories as I do, and so we thought we'll both settle back down to do our work now, her work and my work, manifesting these videos. So today's memories are titled Post-Traumatic Growth and Possum Magic in Her Box. So it's probably going to be another one of those heavy video type days. I'm annoyed, I don't like that my bra's showing. Can you see me fidgeting? I'm not comfortable. It's just a bra, people. Be grateful I'm wearing a bra. You have to laugh, don't you, Charlie? I showed Rati the video of that big carpet python that was in the front verge yesterday, which was astonishing. So I shared a photograph of me with Charlie about to go on a bit of a walk before I went off to the art gallery to Goma. Taken on the 26th of September 2022, 2 years ago. A quick walk with my fur and feather family before I go out with Crystal and Jared to the Goma Art Gallery in honour of Jared's birthday on 28th of September. So that was a lovely outing. 26th of September 2023. I washed my hair last night, but it's all gone buffy because I slept in it wet. This is what happens with my hair, people. I feel kind of, I'm clean, but I feel all kind of dishevelled and scruffy and fluffy and, well, anyway, it is what it is. So 1 year ago, today I still felt dizzy and weak. I worked on my sterling silver chain and soldered a ring. It was another beautiful day, so I sat in the garden with Charlie. We had a walk around the block in the afternoon. I went to bed about 7:30 p.m, which is astonishingly early for me. But I'm just lying here resting and watching podcasts. It's 10:19 p.m. I probably should attempt sleep. 26th of September 2022. Here's my babies on our little walk. This is how we used to go around together the neighbourhood. Beauregard on his leash and Charlie on his perch, and we used to enjoy walking together. Yes, Bobo. Where's my girl? Where are you? Behind me. I had a gorgeous day today with Jared and Crystal. Grateful, happy, Mama T here. Yes, Bobo, darling, I know. I took some interesting photos in the art gallery. So I'll just hold it, try and position it so you can see. Yes. Someone is happy I'm home from the art gallery. He is pressing his spine against my arm to let me know he owns me. Sweet boy. My daughter Crystal and I. me playing with all the exhibits. Haha, my petticoat is showing. Oh, never mind. Crystal told me to wear red as I will contrast with the artworks at Goma this afternoon, laughing my ass off. That's the joys of her working there, is she can give me the heads up on how to blend in with the exhibition, am I right? I like those photos of the two of them playing. Oh, what happened here? By the gods. Right. I like that photo, that's a nice one. Used to love playing with dressing dolls. I did that a lot when I was a small child, 6 or 7, even up to 8 years old. Used to love that, dressing paper dolls. I hate when guys say, wow, it's so unattractive when girls swear. That's not ladylike. You know what, you little fuck? It's not attractive when you scratch your fucking hairy nuts in public, bitch. I found that hilarious, because it happens to be true, by the way. I wrote, laughing my ass off. They dislike my potty mouth, but allow women on the dance floor without knickers. Fuck that shit. Mama T has spoken. Laughing out loud. I'm grateful that at the Brooklyn Standard I haven't had to deal with that. These people seem to keep their underwear on, or at least their G-strings on. That was awful at the Treasury Casino, how they'd let women in and exposing themselves like that. It was gross. I've just been pooed all down my back, I think. Got a feeling of, yes, she has indeed. She always gets me in places where it's hard to clean it up too. Now it's the hotter weather. I have a massive problem because of carpet snakes, am I right? I normally leave her outside free ranging, unattended, doing whatever she wants, whatever. And now I'm terrified because a snake can take her like that. That one was that I filmed yesterday was moving very, very quickly. So I'm scared to leave her outside now, even with the cage closed, because she might have a heart attack if a massive python comes to take her. So I can't I can't let her be as free as she used to be, and it's grinding my gears too, because I like leaving her out there playing with all the wild birds and being a happy birdie. Yes, Charlie. 26th of September 2021. I had a coffee this afternoon. I was just about to reuse the mug and noticed faces in the bottom of it. Coffee grounds. Free art. This bra does not look good with this dress. What shall I do? Pull it up to here? Nah, that's paranoid. Well, it's a nice brand new white bra. It's very pretty, so no shame in my game. My friend Margaret's... You know what's going to happen? It's going to grind my gears until I go and put a t-shirt on underneath. My friend Margaret's mother, Sophie, who came from Croatia, was a wonderful coffee ground reader. I still remember my mother cutting off clumps of my hair and posting it to Sophie and demanding she read my fortune by dipping my hair in the coffee cup. I mean, it's all a bit mad, isn't it, when you think about it? Sophie would tell my mother what she saw in my future. This is how nosy my mother was, wanting to invade every aspect of my life, even as a child. My mother, the control freak, even using psychics against me, laughing out loud. I loved Mrs. Jakovac though. She was a truly good woman. She really was. She was just a bit naive going along with my mother's evil plan. By the gods. But anyway, you can see these little faces in the bottom of my cup. From a couple of perspectives actually. There's one there, and then there's one side on, and yeah, it was kind of interesting. Kind of interesting. There's birds and all sorts of interesting things in there. Thank you, Belinda, and your friend for the lovely drop spindle. My friend Belinda Daniel, who runs West End Drumming, gifted me this beautiful, very beautiful, exquisite drop spindle for spinning wool with. And it's got the pattern burnt into it of the TARDIS from Doctor Who. It's a very beautiful artistic piece, and then the little bowl to spin on. Very gorgeous. My friends really spoil me lavishly. They really do. I'm very grateful and spoiled. Lynn and Peter brought me this lovely filing cabinet. Peter had fixed the top drawer. So talented. I just need to give it a stain so it matches again. Thanks so much, Lynn and Peter. Kiss, kiss, kiss. So it was another, wonderful surprise. I use it for storing all the embroidery and tapestries, wools and embroidery threads, things I inherited from my mother actually. I haven't really used them. I should probably move that energy on, give it to people. But now that I'm spinning my own wool, I'll probably find reasons to use them. I could put them into weavings and do things with them. So I'm kind of hoarding tightly in case they come in handy at some stage. But yes, when you're a person that does handcrafts, you acquire a lot of stuff, and then sometimes you have meltdowns and go, what do I need all this stuff for? But if you get rid of it, you regret it because you always need it. So I kind of hold on to things, and after a few years, if it hasn't been used or I no longer feel a need for it, I'll move it on then. But some of those tapestries are from, gosh, my mother's, so 40 years old. I really need to finish them too. I don't know if I can, because some of them have lost the paintwork on the design. Anyway, one day I'll just throw a tantrum and burn the lot probably. That's what sometimes happens when I get tired of hoarding things. 26th of September 2020. Beauregard smooching up to Crystal! Exclamation mark, because that's an unusual event. I was feeling very vibey today, picking up energies and feeling a bit edgy. The wind was blustery too. I was just thinking to myself, it would be nice to have company today. Perhaps I should go out, when she rang me and said she was on her way over. We had a lovely afternoon tea with the yummy cakes she brought me, which is interesting because she made them. One, a vegan chocolate cake she made with Guinness. So while I was picking up vibes was while she was probably putting all that effort into baking this lovely cake, am I right? So the energies I was picking up were kind of intense. It didn't even click that it was coming from my own daughter. So there you go. I'm always spot on with my telepathy. I don't always know who it is, but here's the proof. Boom, bam, boom, baby. Visit from my daughter with a homemade cake. Then we went to the chemist, then came back and had another nice cup of tea. She was rather kind to Beauregard today. They usually have some weird sibling rivalry. Well, actually, she had weird sibling rivalry with the dog. The dog had no idea how much she kind of hated him, although he used to stir her up a little bit. So he sat very close to her, which was unusual, as she usually rejects him completely. He loved it, being included. It was quite adorable. Oh, my poor little Bobo. But look at the look on their faces, the pair of them. He's looking at me as if to say, I can't believe this is even happening, Mama. And she's like grinning like all happily, as if to say, ha ha ha, I'll get him later, Mum. Don't worry, I'll get him later. And look at his face, even his ears are like, I don't understand what's happening here. She normally hates me. Poor Bobo. Anyway. Here's another photo of Beauregard. When Damama has corn chips. This is a cute look on his face too. Ears slightly back, looking whimsical. Gimme the chips, Mama, gimme the chips. He's had the chips and now he's plotting, how else am I going to take over the world? Yes, Beauregard. One human at a time. Yesterday's gift from Sacred Space. Beautiful iceberg rose that has since died too. Oh, it's just tragic. I'll have to get some more roses, replace them. Still upset about that. It's a beautiful rose. Yes, Charlie. 26th of September 2019. On my metamorphose journey to become a new creature of sunshine and delight, with desire and a wee bit of smite, I pushed and pulled, I laid low and punched high, I fainted and tossed, I lay down for 20-odd years. Scarified and squandered by psych meds and slanderers, stranglers and their whores. The most brutal betrayal of all, coming from my own mother and her conman henchman. But now it's all over. I have new aspirations. I looked at the video I made in May and was both encouraged by my bright, determined message of hope and discouraged by the almost purple, cyanotic colour of my lips. They're less purple now. There's a bit of a purple spot there though. Well, anyway, they're sort of a sick kind of pink colour, but don't worry, eventually I'll get used to the CPAP and my lips will be more normal looking and I'll be more normal and life will be normal. And what will I do when I'm normal? I don't know. You have to laugh. The blotchy red nose and the cough and the epic exhaustion. Even in my physical malaise, I still advocate for life. Lunacy or brilliance? It's hard to tell. Smiley face. But l'chaim, to life. I pushed through another day, burned past associations of rape and pain and degradation. Another day soon, I will probably close my eyes and burn the several boxes and folders of that fucked up, evil, perverted wool dispute. Also took me another year to do that. Set myself free of other people's envy and callow, low-life spite. Unfurl my lotus in a locus of supreme bliss and power that I manifested by my merest and most trivial survival. Another paradox. The most unloved and humbled became her own queen in her own dreaming. Who knew? I have my debrief tomorrow. I wonder what my doctor will think of my efforts. 14 weeks post-surgery, shedding and shredding the past. Cool. Later I wrote, I am not strong enough to cull the will dispute today. My blood is boiling, just perusing the outlandish lies and con artistry. I seem unable to burn it, still in fear lest I need evidence sometime in the future. It's crazy how narcissists destroy every aspect of your life. Well, at least the divorce stuff is gone, plus 2 of Case's photo albums. That is some progress. Currently culling my divorce documentation. I feel re-traumatized and have a stomachache. It is a reminder for me to stop my foolish notions of ever finding love or entering a permanent partnership ever again. The only people who profited by my former coupling were the lawyers in the family court. My entire life was wasted on malicious, greedy idiots. Yes, Charlie. My cousin Megan wrote, burn it, let it float away as ashes. And I replied, yuppers. Or shred it and feed it to my worm farm so they can prosper by the utter filth and degradation I was subjected to. Interestingly, he is currently divorcing his second wife, so she will get the joy of dealing with a dull intellect psychopath conman and his hotshot lawyers. My daughter actually pities her and referred to her father as a pig, as he is currently trying to go for her assets and super. He lived off her for the past 20 years. Putrid man. He really is a putrid human. Really putrid. But that's okay, because I don't have to deal with it ever again. So, yay for me. I got my freedom back in early 1995. Of course, with his filthy lawyers and his filthy abuse dynamics, he damaged me so severely that I've never been able to trust and love ever again. So there is that. So ultimately, I guess he won in the end too. Managed to utterly destroy me. Ha ha. I find myself wanting to keep the uglier documents, which is masochism. There was one letter to the lawyer where he bitched about me asking for a 2-litre lemonade for the children from my own shop. There's that theme again, that $2 lemonade, am I right? It's a bit of a history repeating. I had that with that other idiot, Pete, too. By the gods. A man who begrudges me even a bottle of frickin' soft drink is no man at all. Such disgraceful cheapness. Even the lawyer said he would not reply as it was a waste of legal costings. Also, now I know why I got triggered last year. Oh, here we have it. By the cheap, scurrilous, casual lover who resented leaving me a bottle of lemonade. I abhor stingy, using, parasitical men. Indeed I do, because there's a long history of it, babies. No wonder I stayed celibate for so many years. So I will destroy the lot. 25 years in January, a quarter of a century ago. Let that poisonous shit go and stop storing it. And stop letting it damage me, by the way. It's time I stop letting those past monsters still get to me. I'm entitled to a man who loves me wholeheartedly and honouringly and beautifully and generously too, according to his means, of course, depending on a person's means. Not out to exploit anyone or rob anyone of their assets or their super. I just want to live my life with a loving partner by my side. Is it that much to ask? Apparently the gods decree that it is, so it is what it is. But anyway, i.e. clogging up the positive energy in my home. And you know, when I did actually finally burn the water spirit, which didn't happen till 2020, the release of energy in this house was like a lid being taken off a pressure cooker. It just went, it should have been done years earlier, but it was almost like some kind of dark magic was done on me where I wasn't able to let it go. It was like a real fear of letting go of evidence. It's awful. It's beyond awful. Crystal rang me this evening, and when I told her how I had spent the day burning and purging the divorce paperwork and 2 of Case's albums, she said, "Wow, Mum, I'm so proud of you for finally reaching a point in your life at last to let it all go." I was really surprised to have her full support. Surprised and happy. We are looking forward to Byron on Monday. She is taking my car at midday on Sunday to get the car packed, etc. Whatever. She did love to have my brand new car, baby girl. Best way to finish off although it wasn't brand new in those days. What year was this? I was 7 years old. But anyway, I used to let her take my car for work and help her out where I could, because it's what parents do, help out their kids, am I right? Pity it wasn't reciprocated. Anyway, never mind, darlings. Life goes on. Best way to finish off a stressful day. Pooch smooches. And here's my little baby kissing to mama. I miss those kisses too. We miss the bye-bye kisses, don't we, Charlie? She says, "Oh, Mummy, one day you'll get another doggy that'll kiss you just as much." I don't think so, Charlie. I don't think I can bear any more pain of losing any more pets. What's she doing anyway? Pooing on the back of my chair. What are you doing, Charlie? What you doing over there? Come here. Come here. Hello. Hello. Say hello to the people. You want snuggles? You want the snuggles and the scratches? Yes, you're a good girl. I'm so upset I can't leave you outside in the garden now because of the big snakes everywhere. Mama's little baby. Good morning from the Tanya's Sacred Space and her birdie familiar. Oh, we've got a low battery situation. Let me just plug us in. Oh no, Charlie, Mama's got to plug the phone in. Right, here we go. Yes, we're back in the room. We're back in the room. He just climbed up my dressing gown so he could tweet loudly in my ear. This was part of me when 2018, before she started laying eggs in 2000, on the 28th of December 2020, when we found out that you are a girl. Yes, a girl birdie. Oops. The fabulous hippeastrum that I showed you yesterday in my video. Tell you what, people of Earth, this long cord is not making life very easy for me. It's all twisted. Hang on a sec. Ah, that's what I did wrong. Yes, I know. I wanted a longer cord, but it's not good for filming. A few days ago, I posted that something big is shifting. 2018, people of Earth. Well, it's here, I think. I'm going to protect and love myself even more than ever before. I'm going to allow only good, kind people in my life and auric field. I'm going to become beautiful, wise, happy, healthy, prosperous, not necessarily fiscally, but viscerally, and free. I'm going to embody love and bliss and release all traumas and negativity. Gonna, but here I am. Aye, Asher, aye. I am that I am. A bright star being trapped in a hobbit body with squeezing, wheezing lungs and a clapped out gallbladder. But I am still formidable. Just a moment. Yep, I'll get out. Hang on. Just gotta move us out. Come on, Charlie. We're going to make room for Rati to clean the house. House has to be cleaned. Mama doesn't want to do it herself. Spoilt Mama T. Right, here we go. Where was I? I'll repeat that paragraph. Ayay, Asher, Ayay, which is God's name I have tattooed on my arm. Well, Yahweh's name anyway. Whether he's the supreme being, I'm not so sure now. After all these years of studying, I've got my doubts. The supreme being would surely be a more benevolent, forgiving and loving God than what's going on in our current history, but it's a worry, isn't it? I am that I am, a bright star being trapped in a hobbit body with squeezing, wheezing lungs and a clapped out gallbladder. but I'm still formidable, a force to be reckoned with, and delightful. Shit, I left the mouse behind. What am I going to do? Because the keyboard doesn't work, so I can't scroll down. I'll have to go into it. Right, back in the room, people of Earth. All my Pal Talk friends that I talked to for 16 years on that chat program will laugh their ass off at me saying, back in the room, because I used to say that when I re-entered a virtual room after leaving because of usually computer issues or whatever went wrong. There is magic to be made, love to be made, inspiration and creativity to explore, truth to implore, and the great harvest after decades of turgid turmoil. I am so grateful for this day, a day created just for me. Thank you, God. Can I go back?
No, not yet.
Okay. There is a naked sadness coiling around my lungs. I discovered yesterday that my book is not publishable, but it's an important story, quote unquote. I found myself, Charlie. I found myself shat on yet again by my bird. Charlie, she's a busy bum. The busiest bum in Brisbane. My goodness. I could look really like accomplished and successful and beautiful if I didn't have you, Charlie. She says, yes, but look at all the other things you'd miss out on, Mama T. This is true, Charlie. This is true. Right, here we go again. I found myself repeating ad nauseum all the traumas of my life and then fell asleep, exhausted and depleted, defeated by life and fate and my own inability to thrive, Charlie. It's not so bad. I'm only just finding my feet and my own grip on reality 6 years now after the wool dispute ended, and only 2 years and 3 months free of psych meds. 8 years and 3 months now. Mum has done well to retrieve her mind back from the abyss, which stomped me down into muddy obsolescence. I have a long way to go before I'm going to be free of all the past abusers. Well, pretty much free of them now. Most of them are dead, thank the gods. Can't hurt me anymore. All of them. Some still skirt around my aura, as even in death they tweak and twerk at my conscious awareness. Dibbooks in the roof of evil shuls. I know no one believes me, thinks me insane. So be it. Insanity is a blessing. I am God. Gee, my lips do look quite purple today. I was very tired yesterday too. So I guess some days I don't get enough air in and other days I do, even with the CPAP. Last night I had 1.7 events per hour. Yesterday I had 2.3. So I'm still stopping breathing even with the CPAP. Just fortunately not as frequently. But anyway. Where are you going, Charlie? Where? No.
Stand back.
Okay. Come on, we go back now. We go back. Yes, we're going back. You're doing another poo. My goodness.
Well, everywhere.
Everywhere. Shit. Everywhere she poos. Everywhere. Back we go. Back we go. It's okay. Oh my goodness, Charlie. Right, here we go. So be it, as in Dibbooks in the roof of evil shawls, namely my mother, am I right? At Bay. Oh, how are you enjoying Mummy Dearest? Is it fun for you calling out her name at every year's score without the Tanya being there to be distressed and humiliated by your evil? I guess like cures like babies. My mother might have actually donated quite a bit of money to them to earn that right and privilege to be on their list too, to be fair. So there is that. Sell your soul out to the devil for a few dollars, am I right? Babies. Anyway. Insanity is a blessing, I am God, in quotes. Words channeled by my 10-year-old daughter, Crystal, when long ago I attempted to make some spare cash in a market stall. I've been thinking about why it is that I have been denied any chance of making money in the workplace, in my own business, etc. The abuse that eventuated every time I tried to live a normal life in TAFE courses, at university, in my business, at work in QPSA and other workplaces, made it impossible to sustain equilibrium or achieve success. Sad but true. It is like I can only function on the outside of things and am only permitted handouts or charity, like a goddess who is fated and protected, fed and dressed with offerings from the community, or kept in perpetual childhood, dependent on the state, Big Daddy and or Big Brother, which carries its own stigma and opportunity for abuse. No one likes a freak, a misfit, a clown. We are both feared and celebrated. Yes, we are, babies. Crystal is right. I need to stop banging my drum on social media. Actually, she was an attempt to silence me, which I will never be silenced. You will never silence me. Stop advocating for the rights of the other. Stop telling my story, which is impossible to comprehend by ordinary mortals anyway. Just stop. Live in gentle, salubrious, incognate peace. Lie low. Heal. That is what I shall do. Nurture myself. Cherish myself. No one better qualified to do it. The temptation to just end it all is licking at me, covered in slime and drool from death's kisses. It would be so good to just submit. Yeah, but no. I just debriefed with my psychiatrist. He reminds me that I'm very much the embodiment of Bodhisattva and in constant warrior mode. He agreed that I am right to keep fighting against abuse on my various Facebook forums, even though I often find it debilitating and distressing. As it gives me a sense of purpose to call out on injustice, racism, misogyny, like an avenging angel. However, he reminded me that I need to be safe. I need to honour my own vulnerability. It is not unusual for abuse survivors of my late stage in life to suicide as our bodies start to decline with poor health and we try to assert our own power over our own lives, not ceding control of our bodies or minds to anyone. I have felt rather suicidal of late, especially when dealing with the enormity of the current disclosure in the #MeToo campaign and witnessing women, mostly ultra-Orthodox Jewish women, sell the victims down the river, saying that drunks or drug takers deserve to be raped. Say what? If you espouse these disgusting views, kindly remove yourself from my friends list, as if you say such things on my page, I will block you for life this time, which I did indeed do with several women that had those disgusting attitudes to the poor and the marginalised and the traumatised and the disenfranchised and anyone that didn't belong to their elitist little mindset clique or enclave of evil, by the way. How you can wish for a drug addict or a prostitute to be raped as some kind of further punishment, as if their lives aren't hellish enough, I don't know. But that is not my religion, and I will not endorse that ever. I don't care who or what you are. We know who the evil ones are, don't we, that have those attitudes. Not even my most avowed enemies, pedophiles and child abusers, deserve to be raped. There have been many, many monsters in my life who got away with heinous crimes against myself, but I never once wanted to rape them or see them be raped. Break their filthy necks, maybe. My doctor also told me he is concerned as I vacillate between paranoid skepticism and childlike naivete when placing my faith in people. But Tish got me completely, utterly accurate. I have trusted too often the wrong people and need to know I am safe. I demurred. I told him I had never known safety except in his office and in my current home, which I obtained by isolating myself. He agreed. Safe. By the gods, how hard have I fought for myself and my children over so many years. Safe starts within my inner Bodhisattva, who ultimately lost to the Romans, hemmed in by her own people. Well, I must find a path out of this oppressive poverty and constant pernicious betrayals, or I will go down like any other berserker to Valhalla. And by that I mean fighting on my fucking feet till my last breath, babies. my guy. Who, quite frankly, a large part of my unresolved grief, still over a year since his death, is I didn't fight hard enough for him. I put my faith in those vicious, sadistic, greedy, corrupt vets, and I should not have. I should have said, hell no, we won't go, and taken him somewhere else to be. He would have had to have been euthanized anyway, ultimately, but what they put us through was evil and cruel and sadistic. I hope that place blows up to this day. Animal Welfare League, do not donate them money. For the love of Beauregard, do not give them a cent of your money. How badly we were treated. Doesn't give my dog back. Doesn't help other dogs, but it might prevent someone else being abused the way we were that day. It was evil what they put us through. Michael Brecher wrote, only trust, it's a quote from someone else that he was sharing. Only trust someone who sees these three things in you: the sorrow behind your smile, the love behind your anger, and the reason behind your silence. Watching Kundalini evolution is coiled within you. The middle path of the Kabbalistic tree of life, the Shekhinah. The Shekhinah is the divine feminine presence of God. I remember a similar experience many years ago, but it was born of trauma and great rage, and my spine burned with such intensity that I actually thought I might spontaneously combust. I vowed to never become that angry again, and astonishingly I have not allowed that to happen ever again. That's how terrifying that experience was. But the experience led to much soul awakenings and dark nights of the soul, and decades of attracting vile human beings who wanted me dead. So I have survived, but at what cost? Evolution of mind and spirit. Amazing. What a ride. So that was 2018. As you can see, I did a lot of intense processing and healing, and lots of epiphanies, lots of post-traumatic growth. And it was 2017, 2018 were very pivotal years for me. And I guess because I was, only a year or so, 2 years off the psych meds, and I was coming back into my own mind, body and spirit like never before, meeting someone I hadn't really got to know before, me with my mind back, something that still makes certain people shiver in their jocks, my pristine, sharp, kind of bizarre genius. Well, it didn't help me in the end, did it? Still struggling in poverty, living in housing commission on a disability pension. But I did try to get my little jewellery business going and put a lot of effort and hard work into that. So another failure. So I guess not my path, babies. Have to finish grieving that and move on. Move on into what? I don't know. 26th of September 2017, here's a photo of two fat, very happy kookaburras. Came to visit me in the garden. Lovely birds they are. The Beauregard Really wanted to come to the hairdresser with me. He has been such a gentleman. Oh, Kylie only allowed that only once. But he was just so lovely and we had such a lovely time. September 26th, 2016. Cold toast, hard and dry. Ugh, tastes like cardboard. I will be looking for new venues for my vibe. The Treasury Casino kills the dance floor for the past few weeks with awful music between sets. I have complained, I wasn't the only one that complained either, but they are happy to drive business away. Miscreants. Maybe next week, the Valley, if I don't decide to rest instead. 12:04 p.m, up and at 'em. I woke up at 9 but was so tired I went back to bed. Gorgeous day, waiting on my lawnmower man to show up after he insinuated that I want him for more than grass cutting. So I told the dude he is my employee and I only want him to mow the lawns. So, probably pissed him off as he seems to suffer from a delusion that as a single woman, I am just so desperate for male attention that I would actually hire a man for an ongoing maintenance job that would involve seeing him every fortnight because, I want his manliness and grunting machine as some kind of trophy. If he doesn't show as his sexual ego is bent out of shape, I will have to hire another person. Sick of this unreliable bullshit. Need my own ride-on mower so I don't have to deal with other people and their weird, fucked up games. A ride-on mower costs about $6,000, by the way. So there is that, but by the gods, if I win lotto, I'll be buying my own, doing my own lawns, because they're just so unreliable. It's a constant battle. The man I've got now, sent to me by Iway is a lovely man. He's a very sweet, kind person. But, he doesn't respond to text to say when he's coming, and you have to hammer it down, and it's mentally exhausting for me. It triggers me, actually. But at least he's not a creep, which is why I've kept him and, working for me for so long, because it's been a few years now, 2022. So 2 years. Because he is a sweet person and he's not a lascivious fucking sexual predator, He comes, does the job, leaves, gets paid. How it should be. But anyway. 26th of September 2015, 1 month and 4 days after my suicide attempt. Karen just told me Mission X are playing at the casino. Yay, I love that band, so I'm heading into town. Happy as a piglet in mud. I went to IGA, now have strawberry yogurt, yum, chocolate and chippies. You have to laugh. I also bought cat biscuits. Now there is a happy cat's house, everyone fed. I spent the money that I was saving for a drink if I went out tonight, so that is fine. Rather have chocolate than JD tonight. The moon is mine. Meaning it would have been a beautiful full moon as well. My colonoscopy forms arrived. I'm due to go in on Tuesday 13th of October at 1:45 p.m. Another shitty experience. Unfortunately necessary, or I would call in sick. which I did ultimately. I rejected them all. They were so evil. I was done with their bullshit. Oh well, at least the nice Vietnamese Australian specialist kept his promise to book me in for October. I like a man who can keep his word, even if he did call out my name like an officious Nazi Gestapo officer. Ha ha. Hopefully he is equally excellent at probing my nether regions. Blech. He is so young too. You can tell you are getting older when your lawyers and doctors have bum fluff for beards and you feel terrified to put your faith in them. I am quite sure I will be fine, all jokes aside. Alas, no. I mean, not that that particular specialist wasn't weird or creepy with me. He was actually fine, but it kind of devolved from then on. So I was done. Absolutely done. "5:01 a.m. meeting the sun. Don't worry, I won't fry. Only human." Laughing my ass off. The birds are singing happily, as is their custom. I have had 2 eggs fried in coconut oil on toast and a cup of tea. I am still so heavy and exhausted, but couldn't settle back down to sleep. So I decided perhaps I am hungry. So yes, that was better. Now watching falling skies, which is very good. I might head back to bed after an episode or 2 of that. I am loving Netflix. Soon my free introduction to it will end and I will have to pay, but I will shuffle around my finances as I really enjoy it. It kept me good company when I was sick over the winter months, lying in bed. Oh, sorry, Rati.
Listening to.
Oh, I'll just finish this paragraph. Lying in bed with my laptop, watching awesome TV shows. One way to avoid life, but still entertaining. Just excuse us for a moment. Yeah, it's quite messy under there.
Oh, not again.
And here. Oh, she's out to get us, this bird. Right, there's another bit of this too. Right, let's move the chair.
It's
Yeah, they might see you cleaning. Do you want me to take the phone away
Please,
if you're
yeah,
embarrassed?
no, not embarrassed, but your video will be someone's.
Oh, I don't mind. They know about. I've introduced my YouTube audience to you before, Rati. I'm very grateful and happy for the help I get from the government. After they robbed me of 4 houses and a business, it's the least they can do, really. I know that sounds entitled, but they let me get strangled 3 times, did nothing to protect me, by the way, so there is that. But I'm not bitter. I'm not bitter. I've just got a long memory. But anyway, no, but seriously though, I am grateful for your help, Rati.
Yeah.
It sort of means I can
Go to the wall too.
I can do other things. Yeah, don't worry about the wall. I'll clean that. That's not your problem. That's a Tanya problem. So yes. Charlie the poopy head. She says, but it's my art, Mama. It's pro heart art. One day you'll be able to read fortunes from it. All the poo will join up and make patterns on the wall. No, we're not going to have that, Charlie. I have to scrub that wall after. She's like, but Mama, I don't know what your problem is. Why are you so fussy?
How about you go to the toilet, Charlie?
I might have to. I wonder if there's nappies you can buy for birds.
Yeah.
Probably something. I might have to do something because it's bad. It's constant. All I do all day is clean up lorikeet poo.
Yeah.
And, well, she is dedicated to her cause. She's more than an art form, she's turned it into a professional capacity all day long. She says, I'd rather be in the garden, Mama, but there's carpet snakes. I guess I should not worry about the snake.
As long when you are around there, it should be fine.
Yeah. If I'm with her to supervise, but I can't supervise her all day long like a child. That's commitment, man. I have to be a real lorikeet mummy. She says, "Damn you, mother, you're going to get me eaten." If that happened, I would cry and there'd be a very dead snake because I'd find it and kill it, wouldn't I, Charlie? She says, "You would not, Mama. You never kill things." This is true. For all my Viking berserker ways, nothing ever gets killed, damn it. But anyway, that snake was smiling at us yesterday. It was saying, "Ha ha, I'll get you and your little bird too." It's a bit freaky, actually, to be honest. Circle of life. Where was I? Avoiding life but still entertaining, watching Netflix when I was very, very sick. I still watch Netflix at night. I enjoy it. Some of the shows are a bit freaking lame though. I'll be halfway into a show and I'll be like, I don't know why I'm watching this. I've just lost several IQ points just watching this drivel. But I'll be so dedicated to completing the task that sometimes I'll finish the show even though I think it's shit. And then I'll be like, why did I do that? Why didn't I just quit when I was ahead? Am I right? So I'm trying to train myself now to only watch shows that I really enjoy, only read books that I really like reading, and not to finish things that are just blah and disinterest me and grind my gears. If I feel well enough by tonight, i.e. can summon energy from the bowels of my soul, I will go dancing. Even though I have some weird muscle twitch, in my right thigh that feels like I might fall down each time, which I have since found out is an adverse reaction caused by the TVT tape on my bladder. I had no idea that was causing weakness in my legs and muscles in my legs. Oh, the irony, the things you find out through a class action, am I right? You kind of have to laugh. I'd go to the doctor and I'd go, I don't know why this is happening to me. Don't know either. They fucking knew. They knew the entire time. It's disgusting. But anyway, another thing we could go to war about, but there's no point because they just cover us. Oh well. I'll get my little bit of settlement in December, sometime in December this year, and does not compensate for the pain and suffering I've endured, but at least it's an acknowledgement and a kind of a sorry. Probably a strained tendon from last week. No, it was not. It was directly related to that. So if I go dancing, I will have to watch that I don't overexert my 50-year-old tendons and muscles as I mosh like a teenager in my tribal dancing zone of protection and happiness. Shmeh. That's meh with an SCH added to it, by the way. All good. I gotta fly before I die, or die trying. Not logical, I know, but makes sense to me. Even though I feel so exhausted, I can actually feel the furnace in my solar plexus stirring the embers, so I know that my body is demanding I dance. I'd like to give it what it asks for, including the occasional cigar, hot chips, chocolate, and Jack Daniels. It hasn't asked for sex in a while, but that would be nice. Ha ha ha. Yes, but it has to happen with a man who loves me as much as I love him. I'm done being treated like some schlumper and just used and abused, and men who begrudged even a bottle of lemonade and all the other feckless assholes. I'm done. Done, done. Ding, 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 ding went the bell. Calm your farm, Tanya Aarons. Calm your farm. You have to laugh. It is kind of funny in a way. It's tragic, but it's also comical. There is something very potent about being empowered in your feminine sexuality and sensuality. Yes, there is, unless married men with their African wife is stalking you all night long. That was not empowering, it was enraging. Anyway, I won't allow that to happen again. If that creep ever turns up, I'll just be like, you're not my friend, get away from me, you creep me the fuck out, and I'll either remove myself or I'll have him removed. Once you no longer give a fuck, well, fucking becomes transitory, or rather pointless indeed. Reserve that for people who love you, Charlie. It's special and it's sacred and it's beautiful and it should be respected and honoured. The rest is just a body function, meaningless shit. Unless you have a wonderful loving partner whom you cherish and desire and enjoy. Better yet, one who feels that way about you. Love is a dish best served both ways, but I am accustomed to eating alone. Mixed metaphors again, leading me into muddy waters, ha ha. As my former biological half-sister Angela Stewart once told me, my friend and my daughter, while condescendingly scowling in my direction, another abuser, quote, a mind is a terrible thing to waste. That's how she bloody spoke to me. A thing. Too bad. Technically, I didn't waste it. I was just out of my mind for far too long. Still am. I've learnt to like my fugue states, in brackets, evil snigger. I'm half joking there because I actually haven't been in a fugue state since the suicide attempt. Apparently after my suicide attempt in that long fugue state, I cussed like a wolfie that was denied overtime, held lucid conversations and was cheeky, obnoxious to nearly everyone except the kind Aboriginal cleaner who connected with me. Wild women and Indigenous women get me. Hallelujah. Similar trauma backgrounds, trauma histories, they get me all right. Find your vibe and find your tribe. No longer merely survive, but thrive, jive, dive, and love your life, or what is left of it. Life is a miracle. One of my many philosophical cognitive dissonances, I tell myself to keep going. But in actual fact, yesterday I saw the miracles of healthy growing suns and beautiful flowers and beautiful friends and gorgeous little dogs, a Pomeranian and 2 Dachshunds. Yes, I do pronounce that the German way. And a magpie that was sitting under a topiary tree shaped like an umbrella. That was all awesome. I wonder what today's miracles will gift me. So far, one sunrise, some very happy cats, currently listening to kookaburras laughing, and soon to let out the hens for the day. All miracles. Oh, I might be a miracle too. 26th of September 2013. I think we might get rain this afternoon. It's so humid, like a storm's building, and the sky's turned all grey and murky and weird. Rain would be good though. We haven't had rain for weeks. 26th of September 2013. Woke up at 6 p.m, phoned friends, got showered, dressed, went to chemist, bought dinner, came home, raked up the bamboo leaves, watered back garden, pruned night-scented jessamine that has since died last year. After Beauregard, I had so many plant deaths as well. That was freaky shit. Picked roses for my vases, happy, hopeful, and never mind. Looking forward to the weekend so I can dance to the bands again. I really want to be out in the world. Waiting with other plebeians outside the public dentist at the QE2 hospital, 6 a.m. Haven't slept, so might as well sit here and bide my time reading so I can finally deal with my toothy problem. Very angry and annoyed with myself, such is life. Upside of morning was I had a Macca's breakfast of hot cakes and hash browns. I was epically hungry as I didn't eat all night. I was in a quiet, euphoric mood, then got really depressed and teary. So this sudden descent into despair prompted me to drive to the public hospital dentist. I can only hope they don't fuck up my tooth, as they have a long history of doing. Later I wrote, bullshit, had to wait 2 hours and they sent me away to come back at 10:20 a.m. for an appointment. It's just crazy how they treat people. Make you wait only to send you away. It's just rude. And did I mention crazy? 26th of September 2011. I'm absolutely knackered after spending all day in the garden, liquid fertilising and digging out more bindies. Still acres to do, but slowly getting there. But I'm feeling a lot of pain now, as I think I overdid it. Garden looking nice, however. I also threw some Epsom salts on the gardenia and other yellowing plants. Boy, I really need to focus on getting my house in order, but I seem to prefer being outside lately. The weather was nice today. Not too hot, but not too cool either. I've been out in the yard a lot, weeding bindies by hand. Still thousands to be weeded, but I do some every day. I don't bother with that anymore. It's too much work and it's a thankless task because they just come back with a vengeance. Now I have aching back and legs and a mild sunburn, but it will be worth it when I don't have to do the bindi waltz anymore. Bindies are a very awful weed we get here in Queensland, and they've got little tiny thorns, little tiny spines, and you walk bare feet in the grass and they dig right into they even used to dig into Beauregard's paws, into your feet or your paws, and they really hurt. They're unpleasant things. The season of growing is only very short, thankfully, but it's like 2 months of epic pain and then it's over. But I dread it every year. I've got them again in the grass. People put poisons down to prevent it, but I hate poison worse than I hate the bindies. So I suffer that ignominy every year for the sake of almost organic land, because there was so much poison on this land. I had pet deaths and stillbirths and deformed stillbirths of guinea pigs and chickens. It was awful. I hate to think what it did to my health. Hello. But anyway, on we go and on we go. 26th of September 2010. For some weird reason, I posted a photo of myself when I was about 9 or 10 there. Jared and Crystal came to visit me this evening. Crystal brought an awesome chicken satay dinner and ingredients to make a 5-minute chocolate cake in a mug. It was lovely to feel cared for. We watched Pushing Daisies till late, off to bed for some more schluffing as it's 2:02 a.m. now. Schluffing means sleeping. I spent the afternoon with Crystal, then came home and passed out on the couch for 2 hours, which is kind of disturbing as I only got up at 12:30 p.m. Oh well, back to my old routine. Doesn't take much to send me back into a stupor. I'd be bloody upset about this, but it's so normal for me that it's just, well, blah. Crystal and I had fun though. We had awesome fish and chips on the Brisbane River and had loads of nice chats. Bella enjoyed her walk too. My Auntie Sylvia Shine wrote, "Go Tanya, go, read your letter. You know that song, I Will Survive? Yes, you will. Just have faith. I know you will go forward. Love you, Sylvia." And she posted 6 kisses. To you, Auntie Sylvia, wherever you are, my beloved one. I wrote back, "Thanks, Sylvia. I wish I could be a raging success for once in my life instead of merely surviving and dragging my sorry ass through life." 11 years later, what she said. It's astonishing, isn't it? It's probably why I'm a shaman, though. That God's only let me be successful in spirituality, which doesn't pay the bills unless you're a charlatan or a con artist or very popular or some kind of fucked up guru of some fucked up cult, which I have no intention of becoming. And so my honour and my integrity keeps me poor babies. That could change one day, however. I too could be corrupted and malevolent and rape people of all their resources in the name of their gods. I could, but I choose not to. But in my case, survival is better than the alternative, so rock and roll, baby. Love you too, Sylvia. I was telling Crystal and my friend Jared the other night about how you and Gisela had the 2 shops next door to each other in Newtown and what fun we all had. Sylvia replied, "Yes, lovey, those were the days, my friend. Do you remember taking little Dion for walks around the grounds of Wellington Hospital, which was right next door to where they had their shops? Now you are both mums. See how time flies? So I say again, try to enjoy some more happy times whilst you can. I honestly did. I had lovely times whilst I could. I can't grumble. Tanya, make the best of what you've got. Kissy, kissy, lots of same." And she posted 7 kisses. And I replied, "Yes, the circle of life is an amazing thing, and you are truly blessed to be able to say you have had many happy times. I can count mine on one hand, but hey, it's not over yet. There might be more happiness along the way." I do remember walking around with Dion. We were the cutest kids on the block. You were fortunate, Sylvia, that you had a reliable husband and lovely kids. And although Joe has been long gone, you still have had a lot of fun with your kids and grandkids. That's truly lovely. I am cognizant that I may not even have that much when I'm older. I already knew, see, writing this in 2011, by the gods. So I feel very frustrated that everything in my life has been for naught. But hey, if I live much longer, which is doubtful with my medical condition, well, proved myself wrong there, didn't I? I hope to find something that gives me personal satisfaction since I won't be able to live through my kids or grandkids ultimately. At this point in time, it's my garden which keeps me busy, so I'm fulfilled for now. I will continue to live my life one day at a time and one step forward at a time, with a cheeky smile and an incredibly hopeful, if not positive, attitude. This is what has kept me alive so far, so it might not be the best I could do, but it's enough for now. Kisses to you also, sweetie. Love ya. Kiss, kiss. And 26th of September 2008. The Tanya is sad that the holidays are over and Crystal is back in Toowoomba, which at that point in time she was studying for her Bachelor of Arts degree in fine acting, or in acting. So this concludes today's readings of Even Date, copyright Tanya Desiree Aarons. And I'm exhausted, so I'm going to have some lunch now, and I'll probably be back shortly to finish off reading The People Could Fly. And so that'll be 2 videos today. Then I'll be even more exhausted, and life will go on in a constant perpetual state of exhaustion. But for a woman who doesn't make any money and can't thrive or succeed, I'm doing A-OK, babies. Love to you all. Have a beautiful day in the space-time continuum. Remember to always honour the gods of your understanding, the ancestors that love you, and love the ones who love you back wholeheartedly, wholesomely, and genuinely. Bye, my darling. See you next week. Bye. Bye to you all also.